Hello everyone, Campbell Marshall, KPRC Channel 2 meteorologist on this soggy Sunday morning. We're talking about 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. Look at the picture. It came in the very early morning hours. This is Cypress area. Moonbeam 99 sent this in. Very heavy rainfall in that area. Folks in the Cypress watershed area near Langham Creek, near West Little York, for example, there were rainfall rates there dropping 2 and 3 inches an hour. In fact, over 5 inches have been recorded in an area of about 3 hours time period. That's just one of the storm pins we have. This is from Ron Wooten from the Galveston area, showing the tremendous lightning that we got last night. Several different shots of that, showing all of the different disparities all throughout the area. But the common denominator is rain. Look at this, 3.5 inches in the Baytown area there last night. So that was over last night's period of time. We have tremendous amounts of rain. Now we're waking up to this morning with another rainy start. Southwest Houston, looking at the Southwest Freeway, plenty of rain out there with the temperatures cool. This is what the temperature should normally be this time of the year. Now we're in the mid-70s, 75, 76, 77 degrees. We're going to see a flash flood warning in place for some areas till 7:15, maybe extended. You have to kind of keep an eye on things. We'll keep you updated on our weather apps, and also we'll be popping in with some Facebook Lives throughout the morning as well. This afternoon, we're going to continue to see a flash flood watch in place until 7 o'clock tonight for almost all of southeast Texas. Tonight, some of the Futurecast models want to show a bit of a break. The earlier runs wanted to show a bit of a break later tonight, but now the break looks like it's going to be late morning into the mid-afternoon period of time. Either way, we're still going to have a redevelopment of those showers and storms in the overnight time. I want to show you this Langham Creek area. This is from the Harris County Flood Control website, showing the levels in the bank in the creek itself. And look what happens here. Very early this morning, rain goes up, really goes up like late last night, and then later on this morning goes way up. Did not go out of banks, did not expect it to go out of banks, at least at this time. It's not expected to go out of banks. One of the reasons we have that is because of what's going on the exact track radar. You see the heavy rain amounts that are going on there, and this just shows what we're talking about. You see reds, that's heavy rain from 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, last 2 hours there. Heavy rain here. Now we see the heavy rain moving here on Highway 6, but it's all in this area in northwest Harris County, and that's what the concern is. This big area has been pretty much stationary for the last 3-4 hours. Moderate rainfall, light rainfall, heavy rainfall, but rainfall nonetheless. When you have this really slow moving, nothing really moving it, that's why we have these advisories in place, a flood warning in place until 7:15. There was a flood advisory. Would not be surprised if another flood advisory is issued, because when you see all of this rain in one period of time, that's what we see. Like we see in this northern part of 59 going up by Corrigan. Flood advisory until 8:45 this morning, because once again, the rain stationary. They're not really going very fast and just raining itself out. Down in Matagorda and Wharton, this is really good news. This area was really active for the last 4 hours. We had rain amounts there causing flood warnings and advisories, and you can see how it just kind of shrinks there. Really starts to go down in terms of its intensity. Good news for those folks. Now, we still have plenty of rain throughout the region here. Louisiana is still being hammered with flood warnings in place there as all of this rain continues to lift off from the Gulf of Mexico. The areas are all in green here. This is all where the flash flood warnings and watches are in place. The greens are watches all across the Gulf Coast area. Much of southeast Texas is in a watch category until 7 o'clock tonight. I want you to look at the radar shot here, the clouds and radar shot. Look how broad an area we're talking about here, area of low pressure. You can see the spin there being sheared out a little bit as this front starts to approach. Front's not really going to blast through. That's one of our problems. If it was going to blast through, this rain wouldn't be sitting in place. But because it's doing what it is, the rain is really being kind of drawn up all the way up to the upper Midwest. In fact, the area of St. Louis and Missouri, these areas outlined here have a real good chance going into Ohio for having some very serious flooding issues as well, courtesy of what was happening in Louisiana. So that's what's been happening here throughout the day. So far, we'll continue to see all of this moisture pooling in that area. Futurecast model showing at 7 o'clock, put it in motion till 10 o'clock. One of the earlier runs showed a little bit of a break by 10 o'clock. And then now this does not. So it shows rain throughout. Now the break happens between 11 o'clock and about 3 or 4, when we see a little bit of a break. And then we see all the way till 8 o'clock now, the latest run. So updated runs, I'll be doing that on Facebook Live for you this morning as well. Here's another Futurecast model that shows rain throughout this morning, 10 o'clock, and then picking up again by 1 o'clock, and then a little bit of a break as well there. So the trends do seem consistent. Futurecast models here in play. Put this in motion for you, going from Monday into Tuesday afternoon and evening, 2 to 4 inches average. That's area-wide average. Isolated, you'll be able to see areas like we've seen this morning, 5 and 6 inches of rain. Temperatures in those mid-70s, which is comfortable but muggy, as you can expect with all the rain out there. Not going to get much out of the 70s and 80s today with all that rain sticking around, with the winds variable pretty much. Way up in the upper levels of the atmosphere, by the way, altogether different direction than it is on the surface. And in between, it's all over the place as well, which creates some churn and twisting in the atmosphere. High 85 in Madisonville, and that's kind of iffy as well. 86 at Bush Intercontinental, 88 down along the coast, 86 Galveston, and that's with all the cloud cover. It may not get to that. Here's your power planner here with the temperatures going up to that mid-80s. Rain chances stay high pretty much all day long. 10-day forecast also keeps rain in the forecast as well. Astros play Tuesday, Wednesday. That'll be something to look forward to. Dynamo game that was rained out Saturday is going to be played tonight, if they can get that in. Hopefully they won't have any lightning that will cause that problem. Rain chances will stick around all week long. Temperature goes down for the most part. And so keep that umbrella handy. Be very careful out there. Keep up to date with our weather apps right here on clicktohouston.com.